offered in over 150 countries, not just being compared to your class. And officially, it's not even a real exam, it introduces you to the system. I'm Rida, an IGCSE student, and I've been thinking about this lately. Is IGCSE actually worth it, or are we just surviving it? So this video is a whole detailed breakdown on a misconception slash a theory that a lot of people have on whether IGCSE is a scam or actually a weapon. So, to answer this question properly, we need to look at two things: A, what the system actually is, and B, what it's actually doing to students. So, many of you might be wondering what the hell IGCSE is. IGCSE stands for International General Certificate for Secondary Education. And this isn't just some niche curriculum. According to Cambridge International, it's offered in over 150 countries across thousands of schools worldwide. Every year, over 2 million students go through Cambridge pathways from checkpoint to A levels. In 2024 alone, students took 1.6 million exams, and there was an 11% increase in candidates. So it's safe to say the system isn't small. It definitely is global. You're not just being compared to your class. You're being compared internationally. You're being compared globally to other students worldwide who have chosen this pathway. So before in IGCSE, or whether you're in IGCSE, there's something called Cambridge Primary slash Secondary Checkpoint. And officially, it's not even a real exam. It's a diagnostic test of 3 or 4, depending on what school you're in or what they're offering. There's 3 to 4 subjects that they assess you on, which is mathematics, science, which is all three of them, physics, chem, bio, English language and literature, and maybe GP, depending on where you are. And its purpose is to identify your strengths and weaknesses, benchmark you against global standards, and prepare you for IGCSE. So it doesn't really, decide or define your future. It introduces you to the system. Like, if you've been in IG for a long time, and if you're going from, let's say, grade 5 to grade 6, or as in Cambridge they say year 6 to year 7, they assess you to see how much you know and if you are genuinely prepared to go to the next grade and go to the next level. This happens in 2 years. This happens in year 6, which is grade 5, and year 9, which is grade 8. And I think I might be wrong. In year 5, there's only math, science, and English. But then, as you go to grade 8, there's math, science, which is all three of them, as I mentioned, English language and literature, and they also include GP. So yeah. So then there's external marking, there's structured papers, international comparison, blah blah blah. It's basically a preview of what IG is going to be in the future. And honestly, yes, I'll admit it, it's important because IGCSE itself is at a completely different level. Now let's talk about why people think this system is a scam. And this is where research gets concerning. According to data referenced by UNICEF, yes, I will actually be using real sources. I am not using made up statistics, so you know what to support and what to not to. Again, I am not trying to influence you into support anything. You can have your own decisions. This is just what I'm seeing on both viewpoints. So UNICEF says that around 80% of students in India at least feel stressed before exams. And that's not some students. That is like 20% of the students left. That's basically almost all students across the country. And then it gets worse. Studies show that 9 out of 10 upper secondary students report moderate to high stress level during exams. So, well, when students say they're stressed, they're not lying, and I don't think we should be questioning them. They're statistically correct, and they're scientifically in research proven. And the thing is, it's not just stress. Exam anxiety shows up physically too. There are students who have reported headaches, nausea, dizziness, rapid heart rate, and mentally there's also effects like 11% of the students report anxiety, 14% experience extreme emotional distress, 43% deal with mood swings. So this isn't just, oh my god, no, I am so done with studying, I'm so tired. This is actually psychological impact. Well, the causes: fear of failure, expectations from parents and schools, uncertainty about future, and constant competition, especially if you're an IG student. You probably relate to all of them if you like been in this, board, or if you're like, I mean, I'll say that most students relate to this, but like if you were more an IG student, then I think you would mainly relate to this a lot. And now here's the bigger issue. High academic pressure is strongly linked to anxiety and depression, and in extreme cases, even suicidal risks. In India, exam related stress has been identified as a factor of student suicide, with a report showing a 70% increase over a decade. Yeah, 70% increase. That's not just a tough system, that's something we genuinely need to question. And all this isn't just happening in one country, okay? According to WHO, school pressure is increasing globally. I mean, fair pressure and all that. In a study of over 279,000 adolescents across 44 countries, a significant number reported rising academic pressure, especially girls. For example, over here it said among 15-year-olds, 63% of girls reported feeling pressured by schoolwork compared to 43% of the boys. So it has a more impact on women. And at the same time, support systems are declining. Family support has dropped, peer support has also dropped, and fewer students feel supported at school because of, well, teachers and more exams and way higher stress issues. So what do you think is more pressure and less support, which is the worst combination, and it's something that no one should face, honestly. So now everyone might be wondering, if this is how shit the system is, why does it even exist? Because here's the thing, okay? It wasn't only harmful, okay? If it was just harmful, it wouldn't have this much of a widespread. IGCSE might be considered a scam for some people, but it also has a reputation for a reason, right? Because something just can't be totally flopped and totally amazing. According to Cambridge, it has accepted over 2,600 universities across nearly 100 countries. So, academically, it gives you access. But more importantly, it changes how you study. IGCSE is not just memorization. It forces you to understand concepts, apply knowledge, structure answers clearly, and manage time under pressure. Like if you're writing an essay, they will give you like a sharp 50-minute time, and you cannot go beyond it. Yes, and these are real skills. And listen up, this is where it gets slightly ironic, okay? Because the same system that causes stress is also the one that builds discipline. I know, crazy. So now we have two realities. On one side, high stress, mental health impact, intense pressure. But on the other, we have strong academic foundation, global recognition, and real skill development. And yes, both are backed by evidence, as you saw in this video. And as someone in the system, this is where I am conflicted because I complain about it, okay, a lot. I have gone through study pressure and fear of failure and all that usually every student goes through. But I can also see what it's doing. It has changed the way I think. I don't just memorize things anymore from the textbook, but I analyze them and I structure my answers properly to all the things that in the textbook and all the sheets and all the mock exams we've done. I actually understand things now, and I hate that it works, man. Finally, is IGCSE a scam? No, it can feel like one. Is it an academic weapon? Yes, definitely, but at a cost. So maybe the real question here isn't, is IGCSE a scam or an academic weapon? It maybe is. Is the system worth what it demands from us? Because at this point, we're not just studying, we're adapting to it. So yeah, that was the video. Let me know what you thought about it and what is your opinion on this. So the comment section, comment scam or weapon. And if you want more videos like this, or if you want a more detailed explanation of this video, also let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.